Welcome everyone. Very good evening for Life of a Light Worker webinar. And we have with us Sri Lakshmi Dugirala Madam. Before that, I will just give an introduction about Pyramid Times. Pyramid Times is an organization spreading new age spirituality, enlightened entrepreneurship, and also leadership wisdom. So our YouTube link is posted into the chat window. You can go ahead and subscribe to it. Please change your chat window options to all panelists and attendees to ask any questions. And you can like our page as well, FB page, where all the events will be posted onto that. And with this, I warmly welcome each one of you. And I'll provide a short introduction about Sri Lakshmi Madam today, who is the speaker for Life of a Light Worker. Sri Lakshmi Dugirala's Madam is Sri Lakshmi Dugirala's greatest delight is to support humans to unravel the goddess energy in them, through which they develop a compassionate heart towards God's creation. This transformation helps humanity to align with the remaining creation of the universe. In this lifetime, she is on a mission to get Gaia integrated as a member into Galactic Confederation. As humans align themselves with the remaining creation of the universe, they become a part of galactic members. Gaia becomes a member of the Galactic Confederation. She is a long-term teacher of spirituality, goddess energy, reorganizing soul families, reunion with soulmates, soul evolution, ascension, an author of Cosmic Rays. She is a lineage of Isis to reveal those mysteries, thereby helping humans to identify their sacred sexuality. Ascension of human beings and Gaia is possible with the uses of sacred sexuality. She has found after years of working with humans to ascend, they need to enhance the goddess energies and bring back the inner balance between femininity and masculinity. She dedicates herself to help humans to bring back this inner sacred balance. Join her to learn and evolve. With this, I welcome Sri Lakshmi Dugirala Madam to take over the session.
Thank you, Veena. I bow down to 1,44,000 light workers who took birth on Mother Earth for the establishment of Satyuga, our golden era, our much awaited Aquarian age. Let us go into our origin first. So we are from many diverse galaxies, star systems. We have come here onto Mother Earth to help in liberation of Mother Earth. We all know that on Earth, so many atrocities are taking place, took place, and we need to see humanity. We are here to see humanity liberated from all those atrocities, poverty, lack of equality to everyone. We all are one. We are from that creator. We are the children of creator. So we all are one. We should not have those differences. We should not have those dualities. And we need to evolve soul-wise. Soul evolution is a prime importance for every human being. But we are programmed in such a way that we don't give priority to our own soul evolution. Humans are being programmed in such a way to give priority to materialistic wealth, materialistic things. Of course, I do agree that materialism is also necessary to live here, but not to the extent, not at the extent of sacrificing one's own real self. Many people on earth doesn't know that they have a soul. They don't agree even though they heard that word. They just confine themselves to body only. Some people go to the extent of mind. Some other people will know about the term soul, and only few of them will start searching their own soul, soul evolution, soul purpose, soul qualities. So we are here to help humanity to liberate themselves from this prison planet. I always say this is a prison planet as on now. But we were in the end times of this prison planet. We are about to break the prison here. 25,000 years of prison, which was constructed step by step, layer by layer, veil by veil, basing on various technologies which are not known to humanity that they do exist here. We are programmed in such a way to follow the matrix. Matrix is nothing but the veil or the layer. It's an electromagnetic fencing type of structure which is present around the earth. Anyway, we will discuss about all those things later. So we are from different galaxies. I hope you people know about our own galaxy name. We are from Milky Way galaxy. We belong to Milky Way galaxy. This galaxy comprises of many solar systems and many star systems. Our solar system is the one system which contains only one sun. That means many solar systems will have more than one sun. But ours is a very peculiar solar system containing only one sun. And we belong to Milky Way galaxy. In the same way, there are so many galaxies like Andromeda galaxy, which is an adjacent galaxy to us. So Mother Earth, 25,000 years ago, or more to say lakhs and lakhs of years ago, because this is a very long story of human, or this is a very long story of Earth. But let us not proceed up to those many years and let us not go in deep, dig deep into those details. So we just confine our life since 25,000 years, what is happening here and how to come out of all these dualities, etc. We will focus on those things. So those people who are listening all these things or who are having that inner guidance that they don't fit into this society or they don't fit into this family system or something, they feel difference when compared with others. So that is due to you might be from a star system. You took birth here and you are here to change everything. You are not here to live in the same way the others are living. You are here to lead the life of many people towards knowing their own self. And you are here to create the new earth, Mother Gaia. So Mother Earth, when it was in fifth dimension, means you should be knowing this dimension, vibration, frequency, etc. And dimension is there's some differences between dimension, etc. Like now the Earth is in third dimension, but I hope you people heard about Pleiades, and this Pleiades and all will be in fifth dimension, sixth dimension. Sirius star system will be in 11th dimension. It's nothing but energy variation will be there. The density, when the dimension number increases, the density decreases. And when the dimension then number decreases, the density keeps increasing. Vibration becomes lower, frequency becomes lower. So all these are various changes that we observe with the difference in dimension. So as on now, the Earth is in third dimensional state. And once upon a time, Earth used to be in fifth dimensional state. During that time, we used to call Mother Earth as Mother Gaia. Mother Gaia is the name when it was in fifth dimension. Now again, all of us with this awareness, with this soul knowledge or with this soul design, we are going to take Earth into fifth dimension again. Then we will call that as Mother Gaia. As we know about these names, so as to spread the frequency, spread the energy, we keep calling Mother Earth as Mother Gaia. And you must be knowing that the words, what we speak, is a form of energy. Sound is a form of energy. So what you are saying will be resonating, will be going into the universe in the form of energy. That is the reason why we call Mother Earth as Gaia, so that that fifth dimensional energy comes back. The energy of Mother Earth keeps increasing. So, right here, we took birth from different star systems, and we belong to different galaxies, maybe different solar systems, maybe, and we don't fall into the category of that old type of evolution of a soul, like when a soul comes from the creator, the Paramatma. It will enter into mineral kingdom, and then later it will enter into plant kingdom. Then later it will enter into animal kingdom. We don't fall into that category. That means when you are a star seed, that means when you belong to the star system, you are called star seed. And when you have that type of origin, or when anyone has that type of origin, you don't follow this evolution, soul evolution path. Like when you enter onto the earth, first you should take birth in the mineral kingdom. After understanding many things about how the plants grow and what is life here on earth, then you will enter from mineral kingdom into plant kingdom. Then plants keep observing. Plant is also consciousness. Mineral is also consciousness. The stone is also consciousness. The consciousness of the stone doesn't permit it to move. That is the consciousness of the stone, and it will remain like that, and it keeps observing you. So everything in the universe, in this creation, is consciousness only. So the plants keep observing that consciousness of animals, and after understanding how do animals live and how do animals reproduce, what is their life, etc., then a soul from the plant itself. So it's a group soul. Group soul means some 1,000 or 10,000 plants together form one soul, like that. So those group soul consciousness will enter into animal kingdom. And again, from animal kingdom, those animals or the souls of the animal keep observing the humans. And these human consciousness, when they understand, animals understand the human consciousness, they would love to enter into human kingdom. And from human kingdom, when you take birth in human kingdom, you have to understand the concept that it's not the end. The evolution keeps going from human kingdom to divine kingdom. You have to enter. So that's the path of soul evolution for normal people who are not from the star system. But I know definitely those who are listening here, and those who want to have this knowledge, and those who are inclined towards this type of knowledge, and who has the zeal of knowing something is there which is beyond all these things. So all of them will be having that star seed origin or star system origin, and you are definitely a star seed. Then when you have come onto the earth, there is some purpose, certain purpose here. So what is that purpose? How to know about that purpose? That's the question, because every one of us know that there's a purpose for the life. Every life means every human being will have a life purpose. How to know about that, and how to synchronize with your own life purpose after knowing it, and how to work about it. So let us understand this concept of our own origin from the creator, from the God, from the Almighty, from the source. You can use any name that's called source or creator or Almighty, the God, Paramatma, anything you can call. All the souls which take birth at the same time, the souls which emerge from the creator in one moment at the same time, all those souls together form a family called soul family. Remember carefully, I'm not talking about bloodline family. I'm talking about soul family. The soul family comprises of souls which take birth from the creator in one moment. Means at the same time they take birth, like twins take birth in the same moment. In the same way, all these souls emerge from the creator, and all those souls which emerge from the creator at the same time, they will have same soul design. That same soul design will keep attracting each other. Unless until they're connected with their soul, they cannot identify this. So a human being need to connect with their own soul to identify these things. When they identify it, then they will start connecting with their soul family members. And when the soul family members get connected with each other, the soul design, the soul purpose with which they took birth or for which they took birth can be easily manifested, can be easily completed. So all of us here actually took birth, all the star seeds, the 1,44,000. I will explain about 1 lakh, what is 1,44,000 later in my sessions. So that 1,44,000 people who took birth are human beings, star seeds who took birth on earth is actually to liberate the earth and actually to help in ascension of Mother Earth, along with remaining human beings who are willing to come. Means Mother Earth will be moving into fifth dimension as Mother Gaia, and those human beings who are willing to ascend as an ascended master, to become an ascended master, to travel from one dimension to another dimension, to evolve their own consciousness, the soul evolution, all those things are actually our soul purpose, our soul design. So that's the reason why we keep getting attracted towards such type of things here. And those soul family members will have same soul design. But when we come onto the earth, that means when you want to take birth on earth, there are some reasons, some reasons like earth is a very good school of learning. It's easy to evolve here because the lessons are very difficult here. So when you learn a difficult lesson, you will score good marks because you understood the depth of that particular lesson, or the knowledge you have gained by reading that difficult lesson is much more bigger than anything else. So many souls wants to take birth on earth as it's a difficult school and learning process, so that they want to complete their soul evolution in a much better way, faster way. But you know, we have a primary urge of helping the creator, because we received a call from the creator. Anyway, I will discuss all these things after a short meditation. First, just see this slide. You can see the 7 chakras in the body, human body. And above the crown chakra, you can see 6 inches above the crown chakra, there's a soul star chakra. This is called soul star chakra. Remember carefully. This soul star chakra is situated 6 inches above the crown chakra, and this soul star chakra is the one which will connect your body, or I would call that as personality. This body, human body, is called personality. This personality is connected with your own higher self. What is higher self? I will tell you later, but time being, you should remember that higher self is connected with the personality through the soul star chakra. And you can see below the feet, 6 inches below the feet, you can see another chakra called earth star chakra. This earth star chakra connects us, means connects the personality with the earth consciousness. So it helps you to keep yourself grounded on the earth. Your consciousness is connected with the earth consciousness through this earth star chakra. So when I give instructions now for guided meditation, I will be quoting this earth star chakra and soul star chakra. That's the reason why I explained here. And so after activating that soul star chakra, we will sit in meditation. Like we will visualize that all the members now, whoever are there in this meeting, visualize ourselves in the form like sit in a circle, and we connect each other's soul star chakra like this, and we will connect our soul star chakra to the creator also, or the source, prime creator also, like this. This is for visualization. I will tell you when to close your eyes. Just keep observing these slides. And then this is white fire of fun. So after connecting, I will just guide you to visualize the white fire of fun descending from the prime creator onto the earth through us. This white fire of fun has a very special quality. This energy has a very special signature. That is, you all know that this is a duality world. This world is duality, existence of two different things. That's the reason why we will never understand many things, because Our soul is actually meant for oneness, ekatvam. So here, this duality has come onto the earth, and it's a very long story. I cannot share all those things here, and due to time factor. So this white fire of fun descends from the prime creator and travels down up to the earth, It is actually meant for dissolving the duality. It transmutes the duality energies into oneness. So whenever you visualize this white fire of fun, you are actually helping in transmutation of duality energies into oneness, transmutation of that energy into oneness energy. So we will visualize this also. Okay, so we will sit in meditation. Please close your eyes. Completely relax yourself. We will do meditation for a few minutes. Relax yourself. Observe your breath. Be with your breath. Visualize your soul star chakra, which is above the crown chakra, 6 inches above the crown chakra, is glowing like a bright star. Your soul star chakra is glowing like a bright star, emanating brilliant white light. We will activate the soul star chakra with a soul invocation. Unless until you say this soul invocation, the soul star chakra will never be activated. This is the key to connect with your higher self. If you really want to connect with your higher self, or some people call that as Purnatma, and over self also some say. So if you want to connect with your own higher self, then you must always invoke the soul star chakra by saying the soul mantra or soul invocation. So repeat after me. I'm the soul divine. I'm the light divine. I'm the divine intent. I'm divine love. I'm fixed design by me, the soul. Visualize all the members who are attending this meeting sitting in the form of a circle, sitting in a circle. All the members who are watching on YouTube also, they will also sit along with us in a huge circle. Circle represents equality. No one is above, no one is below. We all are equal. No dais, no table, no special chairs here. We all are equal. That's why we all sit in a circle. The distance between the center of the circle to the periphery is the same in all directions. The radius is same wherever you count. That shows the center point is the source or the prime creator, and we all are equal to him. That's why we always visualize ourselves to be seated in a circle. No one is less, no one is high. We all connected our soul star chakra with the light brilliant light, white light. We are forming a group consciousness together. We are creating a field of resonance here. It resonates, it vibrates, it sends energies of ripples of energy. Energy ripples are being sent into the cosmos. The energy what we are sending now is actually going to help us in understanding our own selves. Without understanding our own self, how can we understand others? So always the top priority, the first preference is for understanding our own self. We all connected our soul star chakra with the source, the prime creator, through a brilliant white light. White fire of fun is descending from the source into the center of the earth through all of us. White fire of fun, visualize white fire of fun descending from the prime creator, or you can say source of everything in this creation. He is the creator. It is going into the center of the earth through all of us, helping Mother Earth and its inhabitants to dissolve the duality, to transmute the duality, to bring back oneness. We are one. Relax yourself. Bring back your consciousness to the present conditions, your room, your place, your surroundings. Bring back your awareness to your surroundings. Keep your fingers on your eyes for 5 seconds. As you relax, you can open your eyes. So, welcome back. So, we all have unconditional love towards Mother Earth. That's what unites all of us. I hope everyone agrees with me. And this unconditional love towards Mother Earth, because we want a beautiful life, a oneness life where equality to everything, to everyone is eligible to receive abundance. That's the creation of the God actually. That's the rule which rules the entire universe except Mother Earth. So we want to have such type of equal world to everyone on earth. So that is one of the reason why we have chosen to take birth on Mother Earth, because we want Mother Earth to evolve and to come back to Mother Gaia state. So unconditional love towards Mother Earth, every one of us has that in our heart, that unconditional love. Yes, I need to serve my Mother Earth, or I need to anchor energies for Mother Earth. I need to evolve along with Mother Earth. I need to ascend along with Mother Earth. So that is the unconditional love towards Mother Earth and its inhabitants, of course. Because when you start loving Mother Earth, you will also love its inhabitants, irrespective of religion, caste, creed, their nature, doesn't matter, whatever it may be. You will develop such type of love towards all the inhabitants also. So you took birth here. I don't know whether I can, I will share. So I don't know whether if you people belong to foreign countries, you may not be knowing this celebrity. And this celebrity is a Indian celebrity, and she's Tamanna. And she speaks up about heart chakra, to give and receive love in abundance. And she says that means what I want to share about this is, when the celebrities are talking about heart chakra, and when they are talking about the love in abundance, means everyone is eligible to get love, to receive love in abundance. Why do we not don't want to talk? So we are also actually inclined towards all these things: love towards Mother Earth, abundance towards everyone, abundance for everyone, love in abundance, prosperity in abundance, happiness in abundance for everyone. And along with unconditional love towards Mother Earth, that's actually one of the prime code. That's called prime code of every star seed or every light worker. Light worker is the one who came onto the earth to assist Mother Earth, so that she will enter into fifth dimension. She will become Mother Gaia. So light work means nothing but knowing about what is happening here. You should know what actually is happening here. Why all this unnecessary stuff is going on? Why child sacrifice, child abuse, sexual abuse, or murders, or scams? People run for money. Pharmaceutical industries wants to make money. Education system also wants to make money. Everyone is behind money. What is this all nonsense going on? If you really know about actual fact which is going behind all these things, all these situations on the earth, what is this pandemic, why is it called pandemic? When you know about all these things, that is what knowingness or getting all this information is nothing but light work. When you know these things, light work. When you start spreading these things, light warrior. When you identify your soul purpose, star seed. So that's how we evolve. All these are same. All this terminology, light worker, light warrior, star seed, all mean the same, but there is a slight line difference between this terminology. So when you just anchor light, and when you know about the things, and you are just searching for all these things, and you want to know more about, that means you started light work. When you start spreading this information, then you become a light warrior. And when the light warrior continues his work and knows the origin and knows how to work, etc., then you become a star seed. And it's very easy to become a star seed, actually. So along with unconditional love towards Mother Earth, we have some other innate qualities, some other natural qualities like willpower, manifestation skills, intuition, and different types of capabilities are there. This willpower is nothing but a divine will. I'm not talking about our own self things. This willpower, a strong divine willpower, that to manifest Satya Yoga on the earth, that's the power of that will, divine will. Manifestation, yes, I have to manifest. This is my soul purpose. This is my soul design. For this purpose only I have come onto the earth. Yes, I will manifest at any cost, or I will manifest 100% for sure. Intuition, when you are in this mission, you will get intuition from your inner self, certain messages you keep receiving. That means when you are listening to something, you resonate with that information, and you feel happy while listening to it, and you feel connected while listening to that message, that means intuition comes from within. It's a signal from within. When that intuition comes, like you are feeling happy while listening to someone, while reading something, while knowing something, etc., that shows that that might be your soul path, the soul design path you want to take. So like this, so many different capabilities are there, and the first capability which all we have in common is unconditional love towards Mother Earth. So when you have that unconditional love towards Mother Earth, and you want to come onto the earth, you decided to take birth on the earth. So you approached as a soul in the form of a soul energy, and you didn't take birth here. So first time you approached the earth. As you approached the earth, you have seen veil or matrix, which I already told. So there's a fencing, there's a energetic grid around the earth, which is called matrix or veil or Maya. We call that as Maya also. It is actually built based upon an inverted quasi-trapezoidal negative grid. It's an inverted quasi-trapezoidal negative grid, and it's actually constructed by one of the black t-shirts. You can call them as black t-shirts or archons or dark, something, whatever name you give, doesn't matter. They don't have this compassionate heart towards the earth and earth beings, and they just want this trauma or want this cycle, present planet, to continue its process or continue this process of atrocities or duality on Mother Earth, just like this. So those people are called black t-shirts. In a book called Bringers of the Dawn, and Bringers of the Dawn, written by Barbara Marcinak. She wrote a book, Barbara Marcinak wrote a book called Bringers of the Dawn. And when you read that book, you will understand what's the meaning of, or who are these black t-shirts and all. So those black t-shirts were near the veil, Maya, or the matrix. So they stopped you. They asked you, what for are you coming? Then you replied to them that you want to take birth on Mother Earth. Then they said, no, this is our area, our location. We own Mother Earth, and this is a fencing. You cannot cross this fencing without our permission. You cannot take birth on Mother Earth without our consent. We need to say yes, then only you can take birth here. That's the reply from those archons who are there in the veil, who are there in the matrix. Then you said, it's okay, then you give me permission, I will take birth here. You said that. As you said that, the archons told that, okay, this is my home, this is under my control, this is my planet, I own this planet. If you really want to take birth here, then you have to do a signature, do a sign. You have to sign on a contract. It's a soul contract. It's a primary contract. When you sign on that, then only we will let you come on to our planet. It's like a rent agreement, house agreement, some agreement. So it's a primary contract, primary soul contract. That means if you really want to take birth on our planet, we own this planet, then you do a signature on this. Signature means it's not a physical signature, it's a energy signature done by our soul. So what will be there in that primary contract? They will let you read all those terms and conditions also on the primary soul contract. They don't hide anything. So you agreed for many things like, yes, I want to take birth on Mother Earth, and I agree that I forget everything. I agree that I forget what's my origin, and I agree to continue birth and reincarnation cycles, and I will believe whatever is going to be taught here, and I agree that birth and death are continuous cycles and which I have to continue here, and I will forget my star origin, I will forget my soul design, etc., etc., etc. It keeps going. A number of times it goes. So many agreements will be there, so many points will be there in the primary soul contract. So you will never look at the spirituality, even though it comes to you many times, etc. Your angels keep showing all those things, but you don't want to look at that because you have signed this primary soul contract. It will have these loopholes also, all these points also. So that soul contract actually, when you sign there, it will help you or it will make you lower your consciousness. It will not permit your consciousness to evolve. Remember, when you want to take one birth, per birth, one signature on primary soul contract. So you took some 1,000 births, say, for example, then 1,000 primary soul contract signatures will be there. So in one soul contract, you have signed that you will never look at the spirituality unless until some so and so situation comes. So some situation came in your life, like you don't have enough money to live, and then you have seen a meditation pamphlet somewhere or some SMS, something you saw, and you are attracted towards it, and you started meditating, but you didn't completely learn what is going on. So you completed that lifetime, and then again, reincarnation cycle. You want to take birth again on this earth. So then the archons will include another point. They will add up another point in the primary soul contract that even though I come across meditation pamphlet or even though I come across another meditation center, some spirituality program, I will never look at that. I keep continuing my life like one closed bull to earn money. That's it. So you will sign on that contract. If you don't sign, you will not be permitted to come onto the earth. So you will sign. Again, some clause will be there. Then you will come because in the previous birth, you are awakened to certain thing. And if you continue to awaken in the next birth also, then there's a problem because enlightened soul, awakened soul will awaken many people. So then the defeat of those black t-shirts will come and Mother Earth will become Mother Gaia. So keeping all these points in view, they keep adding new rules and regulations, new terms and conditions. When you break one term and condition, one rule and regulation, they keep adding for the next lifetime. This is what happens actually with the primary soul contract. Then what do you have to do? You have to break the primary contract. Primary soul contract should be broken down energetically by expressing your own free will. Remember, the earth is a planet of free will. You have a free will power to choose whatever you want. It depends on you what you are going to choose, whether the spirituality, whether the soul evolution or something else, whether do you want to completely learn what is this your soul purpose and do you want to completely manifest and work according to your soul purpose or not. So all these things are according to your free will. That's one special quality given only to this mother planet because the creator knows a lot of chaos will be there here, a lot of problems will be there, and to help the star seeds, to help the humanity to come out of all these things and to manifest fifth dimension again here, the creator has given a special quality to all human beings who were born here, that is free will. But how many of us know about free will? How many of us know about its existence? And when you don't know about its existence, how can you use it? So that's another programming of matrix. It will not let you know that the existence of free will. When you don't know what is that free will, you will never use it. So this is how this matrix system keeps working. So you need to choose whether you will use your free will to break this primary contract. And every day you have to repeat this primary contract removal protocol. Every day you have to do this primary contract removal protocol because you have done signature and thousands during the past lifetimes. I don't know how many lifetimes you have on this earth. Those many past contracts will be there. And even though you break that, but those people, those archons, they are not even people also, non-etheric beings. Okay, etheric beings without body, non-physical bodies. So they will be revoking all those things every day. Yes, this guy is doing wonderfully now in spirituality. If he gets awakened, then many people will be awakened through him. I need to re-invoke that old contract that which he signed in one of the past lifetime, that he will forget these things because some problems enters into his life. So they will revoke those things. So when you are about to enlighten yourself, you will get some problem, some function at home, and then something will happen. You will get diverted and you will forget this path. So that is how they use this primary soul contracts. So primary contract. That's why every day you have to remove it. And I call this as primary contract removal protocol. So close your eyes, we will do this, and guided audio will be coming. You have to repeat these things, say it loudly if it's not a problem in your room. And if many people are there and you don't want to say it loudly, means at least whisper, right? So close your eyes, completely relax yourself, be with your breath.
Primary contract removal protocol. In the name of my I Am Presence, in the name of my soul, in the name of all light forces, I cancel and nullify all my past agreements and contracts with the dark forces. All those contracts are now null and void, regardless of their content, regardless of my subconscious programming. With my free will, I now declare myself free from all those contracts and from all influences of the dark forces. I now decree and I command full conscious operation between myself and the light forces. I now decree and I command that my life is guided in full alignment with the divine plan. I decree and I command miracles to be manifested in my life in a way that will manifest happiness for me and everybody involved. So be it, and so it is.
Relax yourself. Place your fingers on your eyes for 5 seconds and open your eyes as you relax. So let me share something more about matrix, and later we will proceed to this implants. So matrix actually lowers our consciousness and lowers the light body. We are actually light bodies, and it will decrease the light that we hold, and it will deactivate our light body, deactivate our Merkaba body, and blocks our free will. It will not let us use our free will, as I already mentioned. And it blocks a positive initiate. That means when you want to go in a better way, and when your intuition is guiding you in better way, it will not permit, matrix will not permit. It will keep creating obstacles and hurdles, and it lowers the intelligence by disturbing your thinking process. That means it will suppose you are going in a better way with a better thought process, but it will remind you that sometime long back the same situation but a negative scenario or negative result happened in your life, and it will bring back, matrix will bring back that memory of old memory which was not so successful, and then it will let you, it will disturb your thought process. For example, you have appeared for one competitive exam, say something like IAS something, you appeared, and then later first attempt you failed, and second attempt when you go, then again the failure of the first attempt keeps coming into our mind, and it creates a ripple of fear energy around you. First attempt I failed, last attempt I did this mistake, and maybe it will happen again, or maybe this time the paper will come tough, etc., etc. You will get all those things. Then it will disturb your thinking process, and really it will be difficult for you to manifest your own dream, because all these fear factors, the fear energies will disturb you, right? That is one programming of this matrix. And forgetfulness, you'll forget many things. You'll forget your own origin. You'll forget all these soul related things, and you will be in this drama, melodrama of what is going on here, 3D, all this nonsense. Then lack of focus. Some people will suffer from this type of lack of focus. They cannot focus on anything completely unless they achieve it. So this lack of focus is actually will make you drop yourself from the middle of your path, and you will don't want to look at that again because you have a fear that you may not get it. So that's also one of the matrix programming, and induces disharmony in relationships. How means it will tamper our chakras, energy bodies, all chakras will be tampered, and especially it will close the heart of you, because you will keep thinking that your life is like this, some victim consciousness, because of someone's ideology or someone's programming, or someone did something to you, and that's why you are the victim of that particular thing. So slowly your heart chakra keeps closing towards those people, towards your own self, and you don't want to listen to your own heart, you don't want to forgive them, you don't want to realize, and your heart chakra closes. Then the mind keeps working. That person is not good, this person is not good. You will forget that all are one. You will forget that maybe in one of the past lives you are also like that. So then when your heart chakra closes and mind keeps working, there is a disbalance in the feminine and masculine energies, or male and female principles inside you, because the female principle is forgiveness. So that is ruled out, that is closed by closing your heart chakra. And the male principles are different and female principles are different. So there's a disbalance between these principles because of the matrix, right? And then let us look at this implants location. You can observe on this picture. On this picture, You can see here the first circle where two black dots are represented. These two black dots actually represent implants, and this is in the forehead region, exactly in the forehead region. I don't know if you have a biology background or you remember your brain terminology, the physical brain I'm talking about. Cerebral cortex, cerebrum. Cerebrum is the front part of the brain, and cerebral cortex we call this. So these two implants, these two places are nothing but implants which are located in the cerebral cortex. And these two implants which are in your forehead, remember, these implants are in energy bodies. It has nothing to do with a physical implant. Physical body doesn't have these implants. It's in the etheric body, especially etheric body will have these implants located in the forehead region, or you can say cerebral cortex. Whenever these implants are functional, that means cerebral cortex implants are functional. Suppose you have attended a meditation session, then immediately whatever you are seeing in that particular place is perceived by actually cerebral cortex. This perceiving cerebral cortex will relay or transport all these images which are forming here onto an implant station which is a part of matrix. There will be an implant station run by archons, and the archons keep controlling those implant station, and they will receive, yes, so and so person X is getting awakened. I can see what he is seeing through his visible, through his cerebral cortex, all the visions I can see. So that archon who is sitting there in implant station will watch you from there. Okay, he is into meditation. We will do one thing. We will, in a smart way, we will introduce a smartphone into his life. Then done. This fellow will start going crazy by using smartphone and will be using technology, that, this, and all those things. He will not again look at that meditation. Very soon he will forget all those things, and that archon who is sitting in implant station will happily celebrate his victory. Then another implant you can see above the navel area, 2 inches above the navel area. This implant has a very special and specific programming that whenever this implant is active, you will keep believing that you are not God. You don't have creation capacity. You cannot create anything in your life. Or you and Creator are separate. You and God are separate. God exists in the idol. God exists in the picture there, which is on your wall, house wall. And you will see yourself and God separately. When you feel that both of you are separate, you will never achieve unity. You will never understand that we are one with our own mother, father, divine mother, father, creator. So you will believe that you are not God, and you will stop co-creating anything in your life, and you keep depending on some idol, and you keep worshipping those things. And some fear factor also keeps coming because of this implant. And there will be another implant behind the neck. I cannot show that picture, but it will be exactly behind the neck, another implant. That implant programming is survival fear. Survival fear. You get some problem, some money problem, or some relation problem. You just want to end your life, or you feel frustrated with the relationships what you have in home, and you failed in some exam, or you are suffering from some problem. Then you feel like quitting this life. That's how suicides will happen. When that programming is triggered in a proper way, they just go for suicide, which is a unethical one. It should not be done. So I too have such type of traumas in my life, and even I have overcome that implant because I know about this implants programming. When I know about this implants programming, when it is triggered, I will understand that yes, those archons who are sitting in that implant station are triggering it. When a suicide thought comes, immediately I understood, and then immediately I used to sit in meditation, or I used to divert myself, and I used to analyze the concept or the process which is going on there. Yes, it's not my thought, and the fellow who is sitting there in implant station is triggering this implant. Let me nullify it. And I know I'm God, I'm God, I'm God. I start saying all those things to myself. I used to do all those things. Now I crossed all those things. And you will come out of that implant power or implant programming actually. So this is how implants are located. And I think next one is a short video about these implants. I will show this video and just keep observing how to dissolve these implants located there. There will be a process here, and that implant clearing protocol, after completing this video, I will give another guided meditation so that we can practice once. Later, every day you have to do this implant clearing protocol also, as you have to do primary contract removal protocol. This is also mandatory because these 4 implants per lifetime, per one lifetime, 4 implants. You took birth 400 times on earth, 400 into 4, 1600 implants will be there in your body. So if you really want to come out of this programming, you have to do it every day, and it's a matter of 2 minutes only. And primary contract removal protocol also 3 minutes only, 3 minutes plus 2 minutes, 5 minutes. You can allot 5 minutes for your own self growth, I think. So let us watch this video. So close your eyes. I will just keep giving the guidance to dissolve the implants. Relax yourself. Relax yourself completely. Visualize the implant which is behind your neck. We are keeping that implant in front of you. First, we will work on the neck implant. Later, we will go to the forehead 2 implants, and later to the navel implant. So first, we will work on the implant which is located in the neck region. Visualize that neck implant in front of you with a solid geometric structure. Visualize 2 light sticks, like chopsticks, 2 light sticks in your hands. You are holding 2 light sticks with both hands. You are using those light sticks to break the solid geometric structure around that neck implant. Just break it. You can move your hands also for breaking it. That solid geometry around that neck implant is broken down, getting dissolved. Visualize the light from galactic central sun falling on this implant and dissolving it completely. Dissolving it completely. It's dissolved. Now visualize the cerebral cortex implants, both implants in front of you with their solid geometry structure. Again, you start breaking that solid geometry with the help of the 2 light sticks in your hand. keep breaking it. Visualize the light, brilliant white light coming from galactic central sun and dissolving the 2 cerebral cortex implants. Visualize the navel implant with its solid geometry structure in front of you. Break that solid geometry of navel implant with the light sticks in your hand. Visualize brilliant white light descending from galactic central sun and dissolving this navel implant. Relax yourself. Place your fingers on your eyes. After 5 seconds, open your eyes as you relax. So this is Maya, Matrix or Veil, which I already discussed. So I told about black t-shirts, or you can call one of the category of black t-shirts as archons. They keep us in this prison planet as hostesses. We are hostesses here. There's a big story behind all these things. And they don't want your light body to be activated completely. If your light body is activated full-fledged, means you will ascend along with Mother Earth. So that's the reason why they get scared of all these things. And this is how Merkaba looks like. This is a Merkaba energy field around you. Merkaba is one of the sacred geometry in the creation in this universe. Merkaba, spiral constructions, flower of life, all these are sacred geometric patterns. So this is how Merkaba body or Merkaba energy around us helps us to increase the vibration of our light body. And you have to bring back your balance between your own masculine and feminine energies. We are not talking about any man and woman. We are talking about balance between our own masculine and feminine energies. This is one control the matrix shows. So you need to understand that you can create whatever you want. And Goddess Abundantia is there. If you feel connected, if you feel guided to connect with Goddess Abundantia, she is available with her energies on the earth since 2018 onwards. So you can actually get connected with her to create abundance for your own self. I'm not talking about only money. It's in every aspect, prosperity in every aspect. And then you need to come out of this boundary of religions. This boundary you have to break, then you will understand the oneness of the creation. You will be in harmony with the creation. And yes, this earth needs to evolve. Okay, so maybe you have a zeal of bringing freedom back because you might be a freedom fighter in one of your past life. So you can actually activate that energy to fight for your own self, to bring your freedom. It's not even fight also. You have to get your own freedom. So to get your own freedom, you can connect with that energy also. And we are one. You should understand that. You should keep that point in your mind 24/7 that we are one, not only with the creator, with all others also. That's how oneness keeps working. Veena, the time is up, but I have some slides to show, but I have some work also. So I'll just stop the screen share, right?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. May I leave the session?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, madam, for joining us today. And we'll be having the continued session tomorrow on day after as well. If you have any questions, you can keep it for the last day, or tomorrow, if time permits, madam will be able to take the questions.
Maybe last day will be better, I think, because I'm not able to actually squeeze myself with a small limited time. You know, when I
Yes.
start talking, I just keep expanding.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe for questions, we can put another day after
Yeah.
3 days completion.
Okay. Okay. Thank you
We
so
can
much.
do that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, madam.
Mm.
And do subscribe to Pyramid Times channel, and thank you everyone for joining.